Hey there, it's Jenna from the Intern Hustle. If you're new here, I show up on this channel every Monday with new intern inspo to help you land and understand internships. Today's video topic is on a question that I get often from both current students and recent graduates. How can I figure out what to do for my career? Well, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. I get some form of this question from friends who are already a decade plus into their career as well. All of that to say, if you find yourself lacking clarity around your career path, you're in good company. We all experience it at some point in our life, and we usually revisit the question a few times throughout our career. I have some ideas to help you narrow down your interests and figure out what to do after you graduate from college. And if that sounds interesting to you, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe and tap that bell to be notified for new videos every single week on this channel. So I've actually created a video on this topic of figuring out what to do after college before. It's a short video, but I decided to go deeper on the topic when I noticed that it was one of the first videos to actually gain some traction on my amateur TikTok account. I'm starting to ramp things up over there on TikTok, so feel free to join me at the Intern Hustle if you spend a lot of time over there as well. But for now, back to helping you figure out what lights you up. A job that you can picture yourself spending time at and actually enjoying. Opportunities for growth, and all of the good things that we look for in our work. If you're really starting from a place of, I have no idea what I want to do, here's what I recommend. Get on Google and start searching for the fastest growing companies or the best employers to work for in your area. You can also do this same search for other cities that you may have an interest in working and residing in once you graduate. As you can tell by the search terms that I gave you, fastest growing companies and best employers to work for, those are likely some innovative and rewarding places to be. If I were starting from scratch again with my job search and I had no idea where to start, I would feel pretty good about my options using this search criteria as a baseline. So once you pull up a couple lists of companies, check out the careers pages on their websites. What types of roles are they hiring for? Click on them and read the job descriptions. Some of it may seem like a foreign language at first, but spend some time reviewing the job descriptions and pay attention to all of the things that jump out at you. What skills are aligned best to your current skill set? What responsibilities speak to your strengths? Write those things down. Then take it a step further and do some research to identify what the entry-level equivalent of that job might be. If the job description that you're looking at isn't entry-level, then where could you possibly start to get to something like this, to work your way up to this? Search Google for those entry-level job descriptions next and bookmark ones that seem like they are a good first step for you based on what captures your interest the most. Now you're getting somewhere. You have some ideas to act on. You can take to LinkedIn next and look up people who have held similar positions. Review their career path, reach out to them for some informational interviews, dig deeper and learn more. Speaking of LinkedIn, this is my second idea for how you can figure out what you want to do for a career. Look up people on LinkedIn who have the same major as you. Now, side note, I'm not saying that you have to choose a career path based on your major. Absolutely not. Most people I know aren't doing work related to their major, myself included. However, when we're talking about just getting you some ideas of what is out there and what piques your interest the most, it doesn't hurt to do some research on this area. After all, you're spending a lot of time in school studying specific things in your major of focus. If you can apply some of that to your career, that isn't a bad thing. So one of the easiest ways to find people who graduated with your major is to start with alumni from your own school. And you're in luck because LinkedIn makes this super easy to do. Start by searching for your school's page on LinkedIn. So once you're there, you're going to select the Alumni tab and it's going to pull up the LinkedIn Alumni tool for you. Enter the name of your major in the search bar on this page to filter down to the alumni from your school who are related to your major in some way. So this means that they've listed it on their profile somewhere. So in my case, I was an exercise science major at Ohio State. When I put the search term exercise science, it pulls up over 3,800 alumni that have some sort of association to exercise science. I can now select some profiles and start researching what sorts of positions they hold and what their career paths have looked like up until this point. This is just another way to get some more ideas for yourself as you try to narrow down your top options to pursue. Next idea to help you gain more clarity on your potential career path is to look at companies that you're a super fan of, meaning what are some products or services that you just can't live without? This shows that you already have a strong interest. Well, what if you could work for one of those companies? What types of roles could you do there that sound interesting to you? Get on their websites and look up their careers pages. Follow the same steps that I shared with you earlier in this video for researching job descriptions and capture skills required, job responsibilities, etc. for the ones that you find most interesting. Continue to capture this information and add it to a master list of ideas for what you want to pursue professionally. And finally, now that you've narrowed down your interests some more and you have this list of options, I want you to take action. The best way I know how to do this when you're in college is through internships. Internships equal experiential on-the-job learning. By focusing on finding some internship experience in your areas of interest, You can test your hypothesis for what you want to do after you graduate in real time. Clarity comes from action, not thought. What better way to learn what you do and don't like than by taking action through internships? As you get some internship experience, you may find that what you were going for isn't all that exciting to you after all. This was the case for me, and I talk more about it in this video. Don't be discouraged. This is a good thing. You're learning more about yourself. You're continuing to narrow down your focus. Document your internship experience and reflect on it to understand what pivots you want to make. We all go through multiple pivots in our life, career and otherwise. The earlier you learn how to pivot gracefully and with intention, the better off you are. Don't believe me? I encourage you to reach out to people whom you admire professionally. Ask them if they'd be willing to do a quick coffee chat or informational interview with you. Learn firsthand from them how their own career path has evolved and the various pivots that they've had to make throughout their career. I have a free template for you on how to reach out for an informational interview. I will link that for you in the description below so that you can download it. And then be sure to check out my video playlist on how to have an informational interview if you're looking for some more guidance on this and questions that you can ask when you're interviewing them. One last thing, internships happen to be my favorite way to take action and get experience and learn more about your interests. But they're not the only way. Check out this video I did a while back when a lot of students were finding that their internships were canceled. I came up with some internship alternatives. In the video, I cover a bunch more ways that you can gain skills and experience outside of internships, and it's worth checking out. Thanks for watching. If this video gave you some new insights today, please give it a like and share it with a friend or two. Hit that red subscribe button and bell below so that you don't miss out on future videos. In support of your hustle, I'm Jenna from theinternhustle.com, and I'll see you next Monday.